Hello and welcome back to Minivan Camper Gal. My name is Kelly and today I'm super excited because I'm going to show you my new tent. So this is my tent I just got on Amazon. It's not a sponsored video, I actually paid for it. I got it on sale though, so I got a great price for it. It's 60 inches long and the shoulder strap makes it pretty easy to carry. But the main reason I got this tent is because it is so easy to set up. I know everybody's going to be asking why I didn't get a tailgate tent. And I'll tell you why, but first, watch how this goes up. So you pull it apart, and then you pull the yellow tabs. One and two. Three. And one more over here. I'll show you. Okay, we're almost there. It's got two doors here, so we'll go inside here and pop up the middle, and voila, it's up. How cool is that? It bills itself as 60 seconds, and I think it's pretty close to that. And it's really kind of bigger than I thought it was going to be. All the walls are going out, which is really adds to the space. And it's got two doors, these little sort of triangle doors over here. One there and one on the other side. And it has a Rainfly that goes over the top. But I really just love how simple it is for one person to put up. It is not hard at all. So this is my new tent. So, okay, questions. So why did I get A, this giant tent, and B, not a tailgate tent? Well, I'll tell you. But first, the shade. So A, why the giant tent? I wanted something that I could stand up in. If I'm going to be sort of cramped in the SUV, I want a space that I can get out and stretch and, stretch my legs and stand fully upright. And that kind of necessitates a bigger tent. A two-person tent, you're not going to be able to stand up in. That's why it's kind of so big. I already said I wanted something that I could put up by myself. A lot of the tailgate tents that I looked up, the comments were like, it's really kind of tough to put up. It takes two people. It's kind of a pain in the butt. And I know myself, I'm not going to put it up. If it's too much of a hassle, I'm going to get to a campsite and I'm going to be like, it's fine. I'm not putting it up. I won't use it. So that's what I found with the tailgate tents. And the other thing against the tailgate tent is I don't want to be locked in to having to set up the tent right behind the SUV. If I'm camping with somebody else, what if we're in a parking lot or a parking space in an actual campsite? Those aren't really conducive to camping right behind the vehicle. If I want to take the tent and go camp somewhere else, I want to be able to do that and not be totally tied to the back of the car. I wanted the freedom and flexibility of a separate tent. But now that I have it and I see it, I think I can make it a freestanding tent and a camper tent. So let me show you what I'm thinking. So I've already put it up against the back of the SUV, and the way these corners work, they can pop in and pop out. And I think this little hook here is unscrewable. There's a nut and it screws in, and everything is sort of enclosed with these rods. but I think I could take some stitching out and maybe take out one whole side that's popped out and maybe cut it open, make an opening that's zippable so that I could zip it back up when it's freestanding. I don't know if it's gonna work. But anyway, we'll see. I'm gonna experiment with that. But this thing has so many windows. It's so wonderful. Look at how airy it can be. It can totally be essentially a big screen tent. Like every side has a window. Perfect for the beach, etc., etc. How great is that? So if I'm at a campsite, I can be working, I can have my chair in here. There's a ton of space. So this is gonna add to my camping experience greatly, I believe. I only paid, I think, $160 for it. So if you want it, I don't know, maybe wait and see if it goes on sale again, because I got a really good price. Again, not sponsored. Nobody gave me the tent, I paid for it. But I'm super excited about it. And it doesn't quite fit, but I'm gonna show you where I'm putting it. I'm basically designing the whole build around this now. All right, so first thing is you take the top down and you just push the sides in. And fold it up. So I came with these little ties, kind of tie it down, but I think I'll probably have some bungee cords. It'll be easier and be a little bit more uniform. Oh, I didn't show you the Rainfly. Let me show you that real quick. And I'll try something. The Rainfly is a little tricky to get up because you just have to throw it over the top, which can be a little tricky. But I saw somebody showing that it goes up better if you put it on first. So let me try that. So the Rainfly is just draped over the top of it right now. It does take a little bit of strength to pull this out. So if you're really weak, it might be tough. But still so much easier than any other tent. Okay, that worked. It's up and the Rainfly is on top. So it's got these little, oh, I gotta get the roof up. Got these little things pop out and go into the tab. So it's got 4 corners of those little, uh-oh. Oh, there goes my ease. Well, you get to see how it does in the wind. And this side goes right, hooks right on the metal clip, which might be a problem if I remove it. Yeah, you have to do the corners before you tie it down on the sides. Okay. Now I can tie it down. Oh. You're supposed to stay out. Okay. Oh, one side. So I might have to put some sort of clip if I remove one of these. Okay, so there you go with the Rainfly up. It's very snug, which again, am I going to destroy that if I modify it? Oh, and it has this little, I couldn't figure out what this was, but it has a little gear basket that goes on the roof. And what I really like about this bag is it's not skin tight. So sometimes you get bags that, you know, it looks great, it's so compact, and then you can't ever get the thing back in the bag to save your life. This is a generously sized bag and pretty easy to get it back in the bag. It feels very similar to carrying some golf clubs. I don't know if you've ever golfed, but that's about how heavy it is. And it's pretty easy to carry on the shoulder though. Now let me show you how it's gonna go in the SUV. If you saw one of my previous videos, I was going to prop it up like this, up against the back seat. And it's a bad idea for many reasons. But one is it's really hard to get in like that. And two is it's too heavy to be leaning up on the ends. So here's where I'm gonna put it instead. So this is my cover that I made for my batteries. And look at that, guys, it fits perfectly. It fits absolutely perfectly. It's not too much weight for the box. It fits perfectly end to end. And I'm still working on my bed build here, but the cushions are gonna go right up to there, maybe a little bit lower like that. I'm gonna have my pillow on this. It's gonna be great. So I could not have asked for a better fit. I never would have thought of putting it here, but it works out absolutely perfectly. So when I first got it, I was so sad because I was like, I don't think this is gonna fit. I think I have to return it. It's the coolest tent ever. I've never seen a tent this easy to put up, and I don't think it's gonna fit in the car. But then miraculously, I tried putting it here and it fits perfectly. So I'm gonna keep it. Yay! Don't you love that? When things don't work out like you planned, but they work out perfectly. That's always so fun. So thanks for sharing my excitement with my new tent. Check out my link for Amazon down below. And if you have a tent that you recommend that I couldn't find, that is easy to set up, that you really like, please put it in the comments. Because I know a lot of people are interested in, you know, expanding their camper footprint. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. And stay tuned to see if A, I ruin my beautiful new tent, or B, if I can modify it to serve two purposes. You never know. All right, guys, see you on the next one.